Hey traders, in this video we're going to be discussing how to successfully predict the stock market and how I, with anywhere from 70 to 100% accuracy, predict the stock market on a daily basis. Today, for example, in the Market Master group, we had 3 predictions. All 3 of them played out perfectly. So we're going to break down those 3 predictions. I'll explain exactly what I was looking for and why I was looking for those things. So hopefully you can apply the same process to your own analysis and begin to accurately predict the stock market as well. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, one thing that I say time and time again is that it pays to be prepared. That's why I create these trade plans not only for myself, but for our team of traders in the Market Master group, and I post them every single day with my top 3 to 5 stocks that I'm planning on trading the following day. So today in pre-market, the first stock that I posted in the trade plans was EUDA. This was a stock that we traded the previous day, and what we were looking at is the fact that the stock was up over 200% over the past week, with no news. Historically speaking, the stock does not hold gains well, and I'm going to explain what I mean by that in just a moment. And it has major resistance in the $3 to $3.40 range. For those reasons, I was looking for an opportunity to short sell into that resistance area, with the ultimate goal being to cover in the mid-2s. Now, taking a look at the daily chart here, what I mean by the stock not historically holding gains well is the fact that there are a lot of long upper wicks on these candlesticks here on the daily chart. We see that there are 2 long upper wicks here. We get another one here, 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 and then a few more over here as well. All of these long upper wicks on these candlesticks, if you know a thing or two about candlestick analysis, represent sellers taking control within that day and driving the price back down to nearly where the price opened at for the day. So what we see happen a lot of times with these types of stocks is that they will spike up, sellers will take control, and they'll drive the price right back down. So you can look for those opportunities once they've spiked up to short sell into, to then profit from them coming straight back down. Now obviously this doesn't work 100% of the time because nothing in the stock market does, but history does tend to often repeat itself, not only in real life and in other situations in the world, but with the stock market as well. That's exactly why it can be so valuable to keep track of data when it comes to your trading. For example, one of the things that I track every single day is data on the stocks that are gapping up. I like to know if a stock gaps up, how likely it is to close at a higher price than it opened for the day. I like to know at what time it hit the high of day. I keep track of how low it pulled back under the opening price, and so on and so forth. Depending on the setups that you prefer to trade, whether that be gap ups, gap downs, daily chart breakouts, pullbacks into support, whatever it may be, there's tons of different data points that you can track for all of these different setups that are going to kind of tell you how a stock historically tends to react, and you can then use that information to give yourself a statistically probable trade setup. And that's exactly what we were looking to do here with the stock EUDA, knowing that it doesn't hold gains well and that it's spiking up into this resistance area here in the $3.40 to $3 range. So obviously we can see that short selling into that area would have been a really nice setup to profit on the downside move here as it pulled back from the high of $3.44 down to its current price of about $2.80. Okay, now moving on to the second stock that was in our trade plans. The plans here were daily chart curling and gearing up for a potential breakout. This has potential to run over the recent 296 high, especially with earnings coming up Wednesday. I'll be looking to scalp a breakout above this level. Alternatively, dip buys into pullbacks in the 250 area will be a solid risk-reward ratio. So taking a look here at the chart for ONCS, we can see that it broke above that 296 high. We can go ahead and draw that level here on the chart, 296. And we see that it kind of takes off from that level, runs up to the high of $3.49. So it's already moved over 15% above that breakout level today. And again, all we're doing in this case to predict this move in the stock market is taking a look first at the daily chart. The fact that this stock has upward momentum, it's moving, making higher highs and higher lows. I also mentioned in the trade plans that the earnings report is set to be released. At the time of this recording, it's going to be tomorrow in after hours. What we see happen a lot of times with these stocks that have these scheduled earnings reports is that they will actually run up prior to earnings and then sell off once that earnings report is released. So that's another reason why this was a potential breakout for today. And then obviously we have this significant resistance nearby that if the stock moves above, it's going to create new demand for the stock and push it even higher. So that's the information that was used to successfully predict this breakout today. And that is the second winner then from our trade plans. The third one that I want to talk about is for the stock FRC. This is a bank stock, and if you've been paying attention to the market lately, bank stocks have been getting absolutely demolished over the past week or so. And the trade plans here are with the brutal sell-off in banks seemingly coming to an end. This is one of the most beat-down plays with a big potential for a bounce. We're seeing a gap up nicely in pre-market Tuesday, so this would be at the top of my radar for a gap and go. Ideally, we'll see this play out very similarly to how it traded yesterday. Again, kind of referencing the fact that history repeats itself and stocks do kind of follow the same trends over and over again. And what this did yesterday was pull back at the open, reversed, started to break above the opening range, and then it squeezed higher in the afternoon. So I was looking for an opportunity to buy into that morning pullback to then hopefully profit from a recovery that happens later in the day. So taking a look here at FRC, we can see we get that morning pullback. This was our opportunity to buy into the dip, especially right here once it started to form some higher lows. And there was very easily potential to make a few dollars per share on that trade as well. Going back to yesterday, just to kind of show you what I mean by this stock repeating its history, pulls back in the morning, bounces back, reclaims VWAP, pushes above that morning high, and has a nice spike up in the afternoon. Okay, so believe it or not, the point of this video was not to brag about accurately predicting these three stocks today. The point is to really emphasize how important it is to be prepared to take on the market and how you can do some relatively simple analysis to determine what a stock is statistically probable to do. Again, that's going to be using things like data that you should hopefully be tracking. It's going to be using key levels on charts, and it's going to be applying those things then to the simple strategies that we teach, such as an opening range breakout, an inside bar breakout, a pullback into trendline support, and so on and so forth. So if you're not already and you want to prepare yourself to take on the market, you want to receive these trade plans every single day, you can get started. Your first week will be free of the Market Master group, and the first link down below in the description is where you can sign up and get started. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found some value in it. If you did, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Good luck with your trading.